Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Monique, and for today's video we're going to be talking about designer bags. If you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. There is plenty that I have in store for you guys. If you want to find me for more style and things like that, then I am available over on Instagram at msmny, which I will be back on by the time this video goes out. But without further ado, let's get started. When I have my eye on a new bag and I'm not really sure whether I really want to splurge that amount of money, especially when it's a designer bag, on that kind of purchase, I tend to look at bag reviews or collections of others on this platform, just because I feel like it's a good way to get a general idea and background as to whether the bag is worth splurging on. Obviously, it's best to experience things for yourself, but it's always nice to have a heads up. So that's why I like to watch them. And I wasn't really sure whether I was actually going to do this video. However, I've decided to sit down and do this for a few reasons. One, because I feel like the collection of bags that I have is quite unique to others that I have seen. Two, I feel like my collection of designer bags is actually quite small, or at least a decent good size. And I feel like there's people out there who actually feel like I have more than I do. It's all in the way you style them, you see. I don't have more. It's not larger than it is. I have 6 bags to show you, literally. And 3, some of you over on Instagram and a few of you on here in some of the comments of my videos has let me know that through a few of the reviews that I've actually done in the past, it has actually helped you make a good decision on whether you should go ahead and purchase a bag or not. So hopefully this video can help you a little bit more. So we're going to start off with the bags that I have purchased in order and in time, so oldest to new, which means we're going to start with the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. I think this is a size small, but most importantly, this is the first designer bag that I ever purchased. I was definitely in my early teens at the time, and there's a lot to say about her. This bag certainly doesn't get much use. In fact, it hardly gets any use these days since I've accumulated more bags, but she's still that girl, I'm sorry to say. I also feel like there's like mixed reviews about her, but we're going to dive in. This is the kind of bag that I would perhaps consider selling in probably many years to come, or it's the kind of bag that I would probably pass down to my kids. Since I purchased this bag, within the past 10 years, it has tripled in price. Tripled. So yeah, she's that girl. She's classic, she's strong, she's loyal, independent, no nonsense type of chick, you know? Now the thing about this bag is everybody has one. Like everyone and their mum has this bag. You walk around London and I can guarantee you will see somebody with this bag. Everyone has it. So if you are the type of person that likes to have things that are a little bit more unique, doesn't really like to stick with the trends and things like that, then this is definitely not the bag for you, because someone next door is going to have your bag. I would say this bag is fairly structured, incredibly roomy. You can fit so much in here. We have been through some times, okay? We have been through hell and back. She is a great work bag. She's been with me traveling. She's been my uni bag. I used to just chuck books in here. She's kind of almost like the dustbin bag. I know that doesn't sound great, but she's that girl, but she can also hold all your crap, okay? Erykah Badu bag lady. Is her. So yeah, she's a fairly structured bag, but she does soften a little bit over time. Couple of other things, very skinny handles, as you can see, okay? Leather, incredibly durable, but super skinny handles. So when you put her on your shoulder, okay, this starts to dig. Not the best, I must admit. If you've got things that are light in here, fine. Works well, but if you are carrying a heavy load, this isn't good for your shoulders. Your spine's going all topsy-turvy. You're off balance, hun. The other thing is safety. So essentially she is just a tote bag. There's nothing else really in here. There is a zip closure where you can put sort of like little bits and bobs in, your purse, lip gloss, things like that. But essentially she is literally a tote bag with a big hole, so you just stuff whatever in there. But this also means she is open for anybody to have a dig, okay? If somebody wants to just pass by you and fiddle around in here, it's going to happen. So that is the only thing in terms of safety. I mean, they have this small clasp here, okay, which hooks on in the middle. But I mean, what is the point? what is this going to do? I can still move around in here. So she's not exactly the safest. However, I think the way to probably combat this is to get a handbag organizer that you can put in that has a cover, and that way you can probably stop this a little bit. Another way which you can wear the bag and allows it, you know, you to feel a little bit more safe, is you take the edge of the bag and you fold it inwards, and then you use these clips on the end to adjust. Hopefully you can see this. And you pull it up and she folds in like this. Same with the other side. This is the way that I typically like to wear it, because it almost makes you feel like you've got a slightly different bag to the typical Neverfull that you see around. And this makes me feel like it's a little bit more secure, it's a little bit more safe. You can't really see too much of a gap in there. So if someone does want to, you know, have a little feel, they'll be underneath your armpit and all that business. However, with all of that said, she is a great everyday work, travel, whatever you want kind of bag. Absolutely brilliant. The durability of this bag is insane. Okay, I could chuck this in the middle of the road and she can get run over by a 10-foot lorry, and I promise you she'll be just fine. Probably out of every bag that I have here to show you, I guarantee that she's probably the most durable one. So yes, we still love her. Next up, we have something from Céline. Now, I am shocked about this. I'm still shocked till this day since I got it. Not because of the style or the brand. Absolutely love Céline and absolutely love the style of this bag, but because of the colour. Bright red, okay? If you know me, you know that this is a shock. I would not typically pick a bag, or probably mostly anything, up in the colour red, just because it's very striking and I am more of a minimal neutral girl. Although, now and again, I do like to throw a bit of colour in there. But yes, this is the Céline Trio. And I believe this bag was first released in 2011 by Phoebe Philo. I just think that this is such a great bag to style with. It gives you that pop of colour. If you want to do any colour blocking, you have that option to do that. And I also think she styles very, very well with sort of minimal, neutral and earthy tones. I have actually contemplated selling this bag before, just because before I used to feel like I never really got much wear out of it. I'd always kind of lean towards sort of like neutral coloured bags, and I just didn't feel like she was getting much wear out of all of the bags in my collection. However, it's a rare piece and colour and design under Phoebe Philo, and that is very important. Okay, it's very iconic. Anytime I feel like I might want to stray from my kind of neutral capsule wardrobe, I feel like she's always there and will never fail me. One thing about Phoebe Philo, the designer, is she designs for practicality, and this bag offers much more than that. First of all, the quality of this is, again, another number that's insane. Really, really great leather. There are a number of different compartments in here. You get 3 compartments, all zip closures, so safety option ticks straight off the list. And she offers versatility. I'm sorry, but if you're going to be spending and splurging on designer bags and spending that amount of money, okay, she needs to do something. Give me a display, give me a party, give me some give me something, okay? And versatility is where it's at. If a bag cannot offer me practicality and versatility, I'm not that fussed, but she does everything for me. So we have a crossbody option. Of course, you can wear it across, you can wear it on the side of your shoulder, very casual. I feel like having the 3 different compartments makes this a very, very nice sort of like casual bag. But if I wanted to kind of change this for the evening, okay, you can take it apart. All right, and then I have a clutch. Hello. Another thing, just like you just seen me do it, I could take the back off. We can get rid of the middle and then just attach the front and the back together, and we've got a bigger clutch. Or you could hold it and go out in the evening, just sort of tucked in between your fingers, under the, I mean, come on. Come on. She's Little Miss Bougie, okay? She's the it girl, and she knows it. Desirable, a classy woman, a woman of value. On to bag number 3. Now, this bag I purchased probably about 3 to 5 years back, and I got it as a gift to myself for my birthday. I was looking for something along the smaller line of things, and I found her, for a bargain, must I say. at Bicester Village. For those of you who don't know Bicester Village, it is a designer outlet store in the town of Oxfordshire, so Oxford. They usually do either old collections or seasonal bits that you can find for a very good discounted price. Some of the times you can go there, it's a little bit hit and miss, but anyway, that's a story for another day. So we have the Burberry wallet on chain. Now I don't know if this is actually called the wallet on chain, however, she's a wallet on chain. So yeah, I don't know if that's the official name for the bag, but it is definitely a wallet on chain version. She's small, but she fits all my cards in. She fits my key in there. I do have to take the key off the actual keychain. Lip gloss, small dainty things, serious essentials that you need. She's got you. This is the hands-free, minimal, I just need my immediate essentials kind of bag. If you like the Chanel wallet on chain, but you are not prepared to pay that price, then this is a really, really good option. I don't know how much the Chanel wallet on chain is, but I can guarantee you it's over £1,000. So yeah, this is a really great alternative. This is a really great bag to style because the brand colours offers the type of style that would go very well with a minimal kind of capsule wardrobe. So if you're that girl, this definitely works for you, or Burberry in general will definitely work for you. I do quite like Burberry as a brand. They are great, and this has definitely been a keeper for me. So we're talking styling it with colours like blacks, white, beige, burgundy, the colours that you can pretty much see in this, and then also your primary colours like red, blue, yellow, and it actually goes quite well with green. So yeah, she's another versatile piece. So yes, this is another one that you could style across body, on the shoulder, but also, as you previously saw, I actually tend to wear this bag differently. I don't always wear this across body unless it's that kind of day and I just need to dash from here to there and I want to be super hands-free. I actually tend to open her up and then pull the straps. Hopefully I can do this as best as I can on camera. I pull the straps across and into the bag, and the same with the other one. Pull across and into, and that basically just shortens the strap and turns it into a handbag that you can carry on your shoulder, which is quite a nice option to wear it. This is how I usually normally wear it. But yeah, she's a little girl. This is pretty much what the inside of it looks like. If I just take this out, as I said, literally a wallet on chain. So you can put all your cards in there. Of course, it's got that zip closure in the center and you can put whatever you want in there. Another thing that you can do is also have this as a clutch. I won't actually take this off now, but you can take off the bit here, so the end of the straps. You can pull this out and then just wear it as a clutch. Do you see what I mean about versatility? Guys, don't just be out here spending your money on this, that and the other. Spend it wisely, okay? You gotta get the most out of these things because they ain't cheap. But anyway, she's the fairy godmother of the group, okay? She's sweet, she's fun, she's delicate, but she's also the introvert that will always be there for you and have your back. That's her. Moving on swiftly, this next bag I hold dear to my heart because of the story, like the history behind this bag and how I found it. I actually have a detailed review on this bag specifically. This is the Louis Vuitton Noe bag, and I have that detailed review. I'll link it up here. So if you guys are interested in this bag and you've seen it before and you haven't really been quite sure or know whether to make your mind up on whether this bag is actually worth splurging on, then definitely check out that video. I'll also link it down below in the description box for those of you who want to keep on watching and find out what other bags we have left to go in this video. Now let me tell you, today you can purchase this bag for 3 or 4 times the price. I'm not doing it. This is actually a vintage bag. It's a vintage version and I'm so glad I was able to find it vintage. Definitely look into that option, guys, especially for some of the bags that are newly designed today or newer versions of the vintage options that were brought out in sort of like the 1990s, etc. They are obviously going to be much more pricey today, depending on what type of bag it is. But I got this for less than what it is now, and I'm very pleased that it's a vintage find because it has a history to how it was designed and made, but it also has an extra added history because it's vintage and this was previously owned by somebody. Very glad to have found this. This was kept in such a great condition, and now it's passed on to me. So again, the durability, Louis Vuitton and their durability, hats off to you. hats off to you, because she is another beauty that I find super durable, just made of such great quality. Another spacious number. You can fit so much in here. I believe I showed it in the review, but I just find her very aesthetically pleasing, very great to look at. I mean, just the craftsmanship that goes into these bags is just nuts. I have always wanted a bucket bag as well as a Louis Vuitton bag that is different to the common and typical styles that you always see on the street, and I just feel like she does that for me. She's practical, she's aesthetically pleasing, and she's different, and I like that. I absolutely love styling her with so many different outfits. She pretty much goes with almost anything. So again, there's that versatility. That's where, you know, you get your money's worth out of her basically. But the only thing that I would say about this bag is, living in the UK, you have to be prepared for all kinds of weather, okay? Sun, rain, hailstone, snow, wind, we get it all here, okay? Right now, it's July, it's the end of July, and it's cold. None of us know what's going on, but again, a story for another day. The only issue is that, of course, when it comes to the rainy season or rainy weather, I can't take her out with me. So I'm kind of forced to choose another bag just because of the leather. When this bag gets wet, I can't remember what leather this is made out of. I think I've put it in the review. But when this bag gets wet, the leather actually changes colour. So I'm trying to preserve that as much as I possibly can, so I don't take her out whenever I know it's going to be a rainy day. And if it does rain, I definitely try and cover her as much as I possibly can. But yeah, I absolutely we love her. She's a fashion week queen. She turns heads on the runway. She's always ready to pull a look. She rubs shoulders with Edward Enninful, Naomi Campbell, Kate Moss, Giselle. Now, I know Little Miss Balenciaga has had some issues in the press as of the past year, but I can't lie. I can't lie about this bag. This bag will never fail you, ever. I also purchased this bag at Bicester Village for a slightly lower price than the original price point. And I was absolutely shocked that I found this bag over there in black, because as I said, Bicester Village does not ever really do your classic items. However, the hardware is slightly different to the classics that they usually sell in the stores in, you know, places like central London, your Harrods, Selfridges, etc. And the actual Balenciaga stores. Let's get into her. This is the Balenciaga-CITY bag. Now, they do have a number of different versions of this. Oh, there's so much to be said. This is one of my favorite bags, and out of all the bags in my collection, I think Little Miss City bag gets the most use. The design, absolutely iconic. The leather, again, another seriously incredible, durable bag. She gives off this kind of like biker feel, but even though she has that biker feel, which I feel, for example, a leather jacket you can only wear with so many types of outfits. You can't wear it with everything. However, somehow she's able to do that. You can wear her with so many different types of outfits and styles casually, but you can also dress her up. The size of this bag is deceiving. It looks relatively small, but it's not. Very, very deceiving bag. This can fit an incredible amount of things in here. This is such a great everyday bag. You can fit so much in here, all your essentials and much more, and you're fine for the day. This for me is one of the safer bags out of the collection of bags that I have because of all the zip closures. So here you can put sort of different, I actually have a few things in here. I've got ibuprofen, I've got a face mask, and I've got a toothpick. This is a surprise today. There's quite a few things in here. So you can put little bits and bobs in the front if you'd like. It's got a main zip closure that spans out with wings, and it's got zips on either side. So one here and one here. So you can zip it up either way. Either you have the zips in the middle or from side to side. Doesn't really matter. So you've got full zip closure. It's very difficult for somebody to get into that. You can hold her on the crease in your arm, or it also has another set of straps, longer straps, which again, you can do across body, or if you wanted to, you could do it over the shoulder like this. I tend to do it cross body if I want to be hands free, or I tend to hold her in the crease of my arm and I have this bit here, so the other strap in the center, and I hold it together kind of like this, if you can see. The good thing about this that's different to the first bag that I showed you, so the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, is that, remember I mentioned that the handles on that bag was really skinny? So this, although you have, this isn't really that skinny, but it's got a good amount of space, good amount of width on that, but you also have this extra material of leather that helps protect that whole digging situation. Which I think is just very great and well thought out of. In fact, the design of this bag is incredibly thought out of, but you know, personal opinion of my own. I will definitely do a detailed review of this bag because honestly, there is a lot to be said. When she first arrived on the scene, Homegirl was a celeb favorite, okay? Everybody and their Hollywood mum had this bag, hun. Everyone. And everybody that I know who has this bag has such great things to say about it. I haven't really heard one criticism. In fact, I don't actually really have a criticism of this bag. Tell her I know I do. I do actually. The only thing that I would probably say is just that this strap probably is just a little bit too long. So if you are, I mean, I'm about 5'5". If you are a little bit shorter than me, this will probably sit in a place that might be a little bit awkward for you when you're walking around. It doesn't sit exactly on the hip, it would sit lower. So when you're walking, it would kind of bounce off your leg. Not the most ideal thing. But I mean, other than that, there's nothing bad that I can say about this bag. I think she's absolutely fantastic, iconic, durable, practical, stylish, incredible everyday bag. I've worn this to work, I've worn this to events, I have worn this to pretty much every occasion other than a wedding, because I mean, I wouldn't take this to a wedding. This is your boss babe, your icon, your biker chick with a bit of sass. She's down for the ride, ready for action, your sidekick superhero that you need to get you through your life, your everyday gal pal. That's her. The last item in my collection is this. If you watched my video at the beginning of the year titled What I Got for the Holidays, then you would definitely have seen this debut. If you haven't seen that video, then I will leave it up here somewhere, or I will put it in the description box as well, so you can check it out then. This is by a brand called Diffusion, and this is the Nantucket bag. I love this bag. I'm so glad I managed to pick this up. And I absolutely love the colour. As you've seen, other than the Céline trio in red, the bright red, I don't have any designer bags in a bright colour. This isn't exactly bright either on the green side of things, but it's colour. So I'm glad to have picked that up, and it kind of differentiates my bag style and wardrobe a little bit. I absolutely love the collection and style of the Dragon Diffusion bags, and I had my eye on this green one for quite some time. But this, I feel, gives off that very casual, just relaxed, chill feel. And that's the kind of bag that I was kind of looking for, and yeah, she offers that for me. Now, I purchased this because for the past, I don't know how many 3, 4, 5 years, shall we say, the Loewe basket bag has been forever reigning on the throne. It's a no from me. I am not spending that much amount of money on essentially a basket bag. A basket. Straw. I refuse to pay that much money for a straw basket bag. I'm just not doing it. And the other thing for me is just that everybody and their mum had that bag, or still has that bag. It doesn't matter where you go, you'll see it. Great bag. Great bag, but just not for me. I was looking for something that I thought would be a little bit more durable, something that was different, that would still offer me that basket bag feel, but was perhaps in another material. This is the girl. So this is made in leather, but it is definitely a better option. And what I love about this is it's hand woven. Can you imagine? Can you imagine sitting there and hand weaving this together? I just love the creativity of it. She is very casual, very floppy. There is absolutely no structure to this bag whatsoever. So when you put her down on the table, you have things in it, then she gives off this kind of structure that looks like that, which I love to see. Otherwise, sis is gonna hang at the bottom, she's gonna sag. but she works, okay? A lovely other version to the Loewe bands, which I think lasts much longer and is very seamless with many different outfits. I guarantee you can style this so easily. I recently took this on holiday to Croatia. If you haven't seen that vlog, definitely check it out. And I pretty much wore this with almost everything. When we were out and about on the beach, when we were on the boat, everywhere we went, I was able to take this bag and get a really great use out of her. And I also carry this around with me around the city. When I'm on the tube, traveling, when I'm heading to the shop, whatever, she works wonderfully. Very, very easy to style and serves a great purpose. She's family orientated. She's the small town sweetheart. So that's everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed diving into my collection with me. Hopefully I've been able to help you in terms of your wish list, whether you had any of these bags on your wish list and you were thinking of purchasing them. I hope I've been able to help you make that decision, or at least make it a little bit easier. That's it. I'll see you guys next week.